There's a moment where something feels slightly off. Not strong, not overwhelming, just a small shift inside. And almost immediately, your brain leans in. What is this? Why do I feel like this? And then it starts trying to fix it. You check your thoughts, you scan your mood, you look for a reason. But the more you try to solve it, the more it sticks around. If this feels familiar, stay with me. It usually starts small, a slight discomfort, a change in energy, nothing dramatic, but your brain treats it like something important, like it needs attention right now. And that's when it begins to loop. You don't just feel it, you start analyzing it. That moment where a feeling becomes a problem. I remember sitting in my car before going into a store. Everything was normal, but something felt slightly off, And instead of just going in, I sat there for a minute trying to figure it out. What is this? Am I anxious? Did something happen? Nothing came up, but I didn't leave either. I stayed there trying to solve something I couldn't explain. It felt like that pause where you stop living and start checking yourself. We've learned that feelings mean something, so when one shows up, we assume there's a reason behind it. And if there's a reason, we should be able to find it, right? But not every feeling is a message. Some are just passing through. It's like a layover on a plane. You're just at the airport, and you get back on your plane and you're off somewhere else. And when you treat every feeling like a signal, you're starting to listen too closely. There is a difference between awareness and inspection. Awareness is light. It notices and moves. Inspection is heavy. It zooms in. It stays. And once you cross into inspection land, it's hard to get out, because now you're looking for something specific. Even if nothing is actually there, you keep looking. I remember lying in bed one night, and I wasn't stressed. I wasn't upset, just not fully settled. And instead of letting that be, I started running through everything in my head. Did I say something earlier? Is something coming up tomorrow? I kept searching. And the more I searched, the more uncomfortable I felt. I felt like that search itself was becoming the thing that kept me up. Maybe this isn't something you need to figure out. Maybe this is something you're noticing and then holding on to. That feeling didn't get stronger on its own. It got stronger because it got your attention, your full attention. Not because it's important, but because it was noticed. And sometimes attention doesn't solve things. Sometimes it locks them into place. So maybe the goal isn't to understand every feeling. Maybe it's to let some of them pass without a spotlight. There's a quiet pressure underneath all of this. The idea that you should feel right. And if you don't, something needs to be corrected. But feelings don't follow that rule. They shift, they move, they're organic, they're alive. And when you try to stabilize them constantly, you end up chasing something that never stays still. And you spend a lot of energy doing that. I remember being out with friends this one time. Everything was fine, but for a moment, I felt slightly disconnected. And instead of staying in the conversation, I started checking myself. Why do I feel like this? And I'm smiling. I mean, I'm just smiling away, but am I being weird right now? And just like that, I was gone from that moment. Still there, but not really there. How quickly I had left that experience without moving at all. Not every feeling needs your attention. Some just need space to move through without being analyzed. And yeah, that can feel uncomfortable at first, to not check, to not solve. But over time, something shifts. That feeling passes faster because it wasn't held on to. It wasn't turned into a problem. It was just allowed. And maybe that's the shift. Not fixing everything you feel, but trusting that some things just don't need fixing at all. Just a little more space. That moment where you stop and ask, what's wrong with me right now? It feels responsible. It feels aware. But sometimes it just starts the loop. You know, that loop of reevaluating, trying to figure it out, spending energy, feeling tired. And instead of going deeper into it, maybe you let the question go unanswered just for a moment and see what happens. I'm Scott Stewart, and you're not crazy.